As I journey towards the end of this challenge, I want to reflect on gratitude. Thank you so much for these twin milestones that I achieved this week. This is why I keep doing what I do.
Namaste, yogis.
It's Goga, kinda like yoga. 2 years in the game, 78 postures later, it is clear hip openers are the big boys or girls in yoga. From sitting ones, lunges, squats, goddesses, hamstring stretchers, including the inversions. With this foundation, I'm convinced that we are ready to take a 90-day journey towards the mother of them all. They call it Hanumasana, monkey, or as most of you know it, the splits. Enjoy the ride. Day number 54. So come onto line on your back, bringing the soles of your feet to touch, right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest. Gently close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, belly rises, and exhale as the belly falls. And then you want your knees to drop on the sides of the body, feeling that nice stretch on your hip flexors, and just begin to arrive onto your mat, onto your practice. Inhale one last time. Exhale. One more inhale. Empty. And then gently, so that you can draw your knees towards your chest, grab the sides of your feet and take happy baby pose. Keep pulling the knees more towards your armpits and inhale and exhale here. You can even gently rock yourself from side to side just to welcome yourself into the space, into the practice, feeling that nice stretch of the hips. Breathing in and breathing out. Drawing the knees as wider than your rib cage. And then gently rock and roll up, coming into sitting. Find your way into downward facing dog, the inverted V with your body. Inhale and exhale, melting your chest more towards your hips or thighs, sinking your ankles down towards the mat. Exhale in here and relax. Now inhale, sweep your right leg up, coming into three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that leg between your hands, drop the right knee down. Take an easy twist. Press your left hand down, right hand goes up towards the sky. Maybe lift the back knee off the ground, stacking the shoulders on top of each other, gaze towards your right thumb, and then come into high lunge. Sweep your hands up, lifting up fully, keeping the hips sinking down towards the ground. Now take your hands down towards the ground and then find your way into plank. Shift your weight forward. Take chaturanga or the yoga low push-up. Upward facing dog, open the chest. And downward facing dog, back into the V. Now inhale, sweep your left leg up, three-legged dog. And then bring that leg between your hands into low lunge. You can drop the back knee down. Keep the knee on top of the ankle. Find an easy twist on this other side by pressing your right hand down. Gaze towards the left palm. Finding that nice twist. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Back foot is reaching strong. Find your way into high lunge, bringing your hands alongside the ears. Keep sinking into the front knee. And then take a vinyasa, hands down on the ground. Come into plank. Bend into low plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, open the chest, and downward facing dog, exhale, exhale, exhale. Now inhale, right leg lifts. Now bring that leg between your hands once again, and then gaze forward. And then see whether you can lift your right hand towards the sky, finding a twist, spiraling the chest open. Keep sinking your hips even more just to get that bend of the knee. Find your way into high lunge once again. Back foot strong. or the crescent lunge. Open into warrior 2, gazing towards your right middle finger, and then so that you can take ninja squat on the left side. So bringing yourself into side lunge on this side. You can either gaze forward, and then so that you can shift your weight forward, take a vinyasa or chaturanga, upward facing dog, opening the chest, and down facing dog. Exhale, exhale. Oof. You can bend one knee at a time here. Left leg flies up. Then bring it between your hands on the next exhale, coming into low lunge, back knee off the ground. Find that easy twist. Press your right hand down, left hand opens towards the sky. And then see that you can rise and come into full high lunge or crescent warrior. And then open into warrior 2 on the left side, gazing towards your left middle finger. Find skandasana or the pose of war on the right knee. You can balance on the balls of the right leg, just steer the right foot rather. You can even open your hands out and then take a vinyasa, coming into plank, low push-up. Open the chest, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You can always drop your knee down in chaturanga if it's too much, as you relax in down dog for a few breaths. Inhale. Now so that you can bend your knees, float and come to the space between your hands. Halfway lift, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, fold forward deeply. And now so that you can sweep your hands up, rise up. And then exhale, that you can spiral down towards the ground into a fold. Staying folded here. And then so that you can cross your left leg and bring it next to the right one. So bring the pinky toes to touch, and then so that you can bow forward, feeling that nice juicy stretch on the entire left side of the hamstrings here. And so that you can bow forward a little bit more. Stay folded here and cross the legs. And then come into chair pose. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone in, lift your hands up, gaze at the space between your hands, pulling your belly in, stretching the fingertips long towards the sky, hands to your heart center. Inhale, open the chest, and so that you can find a twist on the right side, revolved chair pose. So keep pressing your palms down as you rotate your chest more towards the back, gazing up towards the sky, or you can gaze forward if it's too much on your neck. Revolved chair twist. And you keep sinking a little bit lower just to feel that stretch and burn on your entire lower extremities here. Bow forward. Whew. And then so that you can take your feet hip width distance apart, and then with your 2-piece fingers grab your big toes. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bow forward, bending the elbows outwards. And then stay here, Padangustasana. So you're like literally bringing your hands to your feet, and then you're trying to like feel that stretch on the hamstrings as you open the elbows outwards. Inhale, open the chest, toe heel your feet together, and then halfway lift flat back, and then so that you can come into a bow. And then take your left leg back, bend your right knee, and then take your hands to your heart center so that you can bring the left elbow on the right thigh. Stay here, or you can even lift the back knee off the mat, but you want to keep finding a twist with the knees bent. And then hands to your heart at the ground, and so that you can take your left leg back, and then so that you can straighten the right foot, coming into half split or half Hanuman. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale so that you can press your palms and just gaze towards your right knee, feeling that nice juicy stretch on the entire right leg. And so that you can bow forward completely. Kiss your knee. Mwah! Then stay here, feeling that nice stretch. This is only split we are going to do today, so you're not going to do the full one. We just take to half split. Take the leg back, find your way into chaturanga. Upward facing dog, open the chest. And downward facing dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Whew. Can bend one knee at a time here just for a bit. Now, bend your knees so that you can fly to your hands. Halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, bow forward. And then see whether you can inhale, lift your hands up, finding extended mountain pose. Exhale, dive in forward. Now let's see whether you can do the other side. So take your right leg crisscross and bring it next to the left. Pinky toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale so that you can bow forward. Woof. Settle here just for a bit. Keep pressing those palms down on the ground as you find that nice stretch on the entire right hamstring. Uncross your legs, bring your feet together. Come into chair pose here. Lift your hands up, growing tall, and then see whether you can gaze down and make sure you can see your big toes as you sink your hips lower. Hands to your heart center so that you can twist towards the opposite side. So in my case, I'm going to bring my left elbow on my right thigh and then keep pressing those palms and then lift and rotate the chest even more towards the back, gazing up towards the sky. Shoulders are still aligned, elbows are pointing outwards. Inhale. Exhale, twist even more. One more deep breath in. Exhale, unwind, and so that you can bow forward. Whew. And then from here, bring your feet together to touch. Slide your palms under your feet and come into gorilla asana or gorilla pose. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, bow forward, bending the elbows slightly outwards. And so that you can even balance on your feet. Like you can try lift one heel at a time and see what that feels like. And then release, bring your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Then exhale, press your hands down. Take your right leg back, keep the front knee bent. Then keep your chest up, hands to your heart center. Take a twist towards this opposite side. So right elbow on my left thigh or knee. Keep pressing and twisting a little bit more. Opening the chest even more. Elbows are creating like a nice line on top of each other. Inhale, exhale. Unwind, bringing your hands down on the ground. Then wiggle that leg forward, coming into half Hanuman or half split on the entire left leg. Press your palms down, gaze down towards your toes, flexing those toes just to activate that entire leg. Inhale and exhale. Then try to keep like lengthening the spine, and when you're ready, you can say that you can bend the elbows and just melt more towards the knee. Release, coming into chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift the chest. Downward facing dog, exhale, exhale, exhale. Oof. Inhale, bend your knees, walk, step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, so that you can lift your hands up, Hasta Uttanasana or extended mountain pose. Maybe find a back bend. Exhale, dive forward. And then from here, same action. We're going to like see whether you can crisscross the left leg, bring it next to the right. Halfway lift, exhale, bow forward, feeling that nice stretch. And see whether you can even grab behind your calves, just be able to find that deep stretch on that entire hamstring of the left leg. Staying folded here and cross the legs. Inhale, come into halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, find chair pose, bending your knees, lifting your hands alongside the ears. Inhale, exhale. So that you can find revolved chair, twist towards the right side, pressing your hands to your heart center, sinking your hips a little bit lower. Exhale. Release and bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Jump and come into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oof. Keep melting the chest more towards the thighs, finding that deep stretch. And then so that you can walk your hands to the back. With your two peace fingers, grab your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Finding that deep bend, deep fold here. Feeling the hamstring stretch. Inhale, release. Then bring your feet together. Halfway lift. Exhale, walk back. And then come into warrior one. Maybe crescent warrior. Open your hands out. Interlace your fingers behind your back, back foot flat. Exhale, bow forward, coming into devotional or the humble warrior. And then keep taking those hands even more above your head as you keep sinking into the front knee. Come back into high lunge, back foot is on toes, and then so that you can reduce the distance between your feet, close the gap in, but make sure there's a decent surface between them, and then bow forward, pyramid pose, and see whether you can peel and find a twisted pyramid, left hand down, right hand up. You can always get a block to support this, but ideally just try to get the shoulders to be on the same line. Keep spiraling your chest, make sure that the sacrum or the back is flat. You can feel it flat. Keep finding that twist in your pyramid. Whew. Inhale one last time. Exhale. Now lift up, come into standing, find star pose. And then from here, so that you can bow forward, bringing your palms down on the ground. Take your feet out as wide as possible. Come into wide-legged forward fold. And then so that you can bring your forearms down here. Whew. You can even bring the crown of the head down and grab the sides of the feet like we did on Monday. But you're not lifting up into the tripod headstand today. So just stay here with your palms down or on your legs. Press your palms, lift halfway, close the distance in, coming into star pose. Let's find pyramid on the other side. So turn your left leg forward, close the gap with your right leg, and then bow forward. Create that nice pyramid shape with your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward towards that left knee. And then so that you can press your right hand outside your left foot, or maybe support it on the ankle and find a twist. Twisted pyramid on the opposite side. So the back is flat, the lower back is flat, or the sacrum. And then you're gazing towards your left palm or thumb. Inhale, exhale. Gently bring your hands down. Take your right leg back even more. Bend your front knee and come into twisted crescent pose or crescent warrior. So your right elbow is on your left thigh. Come into high lunge or high crescent lunge. And then from here, open into warrior 2, gazing towards your left middle finger. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Exhale, bow forward into devotional warrior. You may have seen this on the thumbnail. Keep coming down more towards the ground, bringing your head towards the earth as you find that nice opening of the shoulders and also like feeling that stretch on the legs. Hands down on the ground, shift your weight into plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Whew. Inhale and exhale. Stay here for a moment. Now bring your left leg forward, find half Hanuman. Now take a twist here, press your right hand, left hand goes up while you are in a half split, feeling that nice stretch of the entire left hamstring as you gaze towards your left palm, which is reaching even more towards the sky. And then gently release. Let's say they can switch sides. Take your right leg forward. Now press your left hand, right hand goes up, finding twisted Hanuman here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release that hand down. Come back onto your hands and knees. Shift your weight forward into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Bend your knees, jump to your hands. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward yogis. Halfway lift flat back, hands down, walk and bring your right leg back, bend your front knee. Now we're going to take half camel. So press your left hand on your knee and just so that you can spiral your chest open with your right hand and then keep reaching. So if your right hand can grab your right heel, so that you can open the left hand, puff your chest and drop your head back. Nice back bend here. Then windmill your hands down onto the mat and then so that you can straighten that leg a bit. Now let's bring the other leg. So you bring your right foot forward, bend the knee, and then so that you can reach and grab your left heel and then spiral your chest open, lifting your right hand up. And you want to twist more towards the right as you find that nice gentle back bend here, opening your chest to possibilities, compassion, and then hands down on the ground. Then find your way into chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Woo. Catch your breath here for a bit. Exhale. And who am I going to nominate for today's challenge? Because this is quite a flow and I'm ready to nominate the person who I feel or the content creator who I feel can take this up. Bend your knees slightly and see whether you can walk slightly halfway into the mat. Now start making some frog jumps for 2. Keep lifting, engage the core, landing lightly. 4, 5, 6, about 10 of them. 7, 8, keep engaging the core and see how high you can go. 9, woo, and 10. Keep jumping and see what that looks like. And my nominee for day number 54 of the challenge is my amazing sister, Holistic Living with Abby Stoker Mom. Abby Stoker Mom is a queen of fitness, I'd like to think, based in the United States, but originally from Jamaica. Such an amazing content creator. So Abby, I wish you luck. I'm sure you can bring justice into this particular sequence. Make it as short or as long as you want it to be. Yeah, looking forward to seeing your video. Woof. Gently release, coming back into downward facing dog, bending one knee at a time. Woof. Those frog jumps are crazy. Feel free to take child's pose, by the way, if it's too much. Okay? Drawing your shoulders down towards the ground. Just rest here for a bit. Rest here for a bit. Rest here for a bit. Whew. And then shorten the distance between your legs. Walk very slowly. And then find your way into Malasana, the yoga squat. The yoga squat is here. Pressing your hands down towards your chest. Keep the elbows pushing the knees more. It's as if you're using those old school toilets we have in the village and stuff. And then you want to open your chest more. Feeling that nice juicy stretch on your hip flexors. As you keep your chest as straight as possible, resting your heels down on the ground. Woo. And stay here for like about a minute or so. Just be able to stretch the hips. Oof, this is a lot. This is a lot. Then drop your hands down, gently release. Coming into standing, you can swing from side to side, bring in some bit of movement. And then so that you can take side lunge on the right side. Pressing your hands down, flex your left leg, just gazing towards your toes here, feeling that stretch. Shift weights and come into the other side, side lunge on the right, feeling the entire right leg out stretched here, gazing towards your toes. Exhale. And you can keep switching from side to side. I was just holding here because I was feeling tired and I needed to use this moment as a break. And so they can find a bind here. If you can bind your knee, that will be cool. Not necessary though. You can switch sides. Let me try the other sides real quick. This is a test of balance, by the way. So you want to like actually just take it easy. Finding that nice bind here. Hands down on the ground. You can keep switching from side to side. And so that you can find a goddess squat. Feet out into Charlie Chaplin. Can keep swinging from side to side. Just feeling that stretch on the hips so that you can lift into goalpost arms from here and then come into spider pose, lifting the heels off the ground just for a bit. I love this posture for some reason. Find your way into sitting. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Grab the tops of your feet. Butterfly pose. You can flap your knees up and down. Open your chest. We are just finishing the practice today. Just to give the hips a bit of a stretch. And then gently swing your feet on one side, come on to line on your back. Then let's take happy baby once again. Pay attention to how different this happy baby feels as compared to the first one. Gently rocking from side to side. And stay here in stillness for a bit. One last deep breath in. Exhale. Then drop your feet down. And then bring your knees to touch. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. And then start swinging your knees from side to side. Swing it to the right, swing it to the left. Just to be able to ease any pressure left on the lower back. Keep swinging from side to side. Whew. Yeah, just be able to release the lower back here. And then hug your knees towards your chest. Make sure you can bring your head to meet your knees. Stretch your legs forward. Now straighten both legs. Bring your palms alongside your body. Palms facing up. One last deep breath in. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Woo! Bye, guys.